artwork is called The Lotus by Studio Rosegard, and the idea behind it is smart foils that interact with the heat of your hand. So the more heat you have, the more the foils expand to resemble a lotus. So this is a play between nature, architecture, and technology. This piece is called Mat by Studio Shepherd, and the idea behind it is a reinterpretation of the traditional Islamic prayer mat. What the designers wanted to do was to guide the users to the correct positioning of how to pray and eliminate the areas that are not being used. This also helps in sustainability and manufacturing. This piece is called Silent Fall by Studio Swine, and it's a very visual art installation that's supposed to resemble and reenact nature, specifically a waterfall. As you can see, these fog-filled bubbles are cascading down an 8-meter high structure to give us a sense of serenity and stability when we look at it. This installation is called Untitled by Majid Angawi. It's a very personal experience. You're going to be going into a dark room, mirrors all around you and speakers at every corner. And these voices that are being omitted from the speakers are supposed to resemble the voices in your head. It's supposed to give you a sense of stillness and clarity. This installation is called Teardrop by Marie Vogelzang, and it's an experience for 2 people. Somebody stands in the middle underneath glass tubes filled with flavored water, and the other person walks around the ropes to choose a note that's hanging from each rope. Depending on the note that they choose, a flavor will fall into the other person's mouth. This whole experience will play with childlike emotions and the sensation of being fed by somebody else and not knowing what's going to come. This installation is called The Drifter by Studio Drift, and as you can see, it's a huge concrete block that's floating in the air. The idea behind it came from a book that was written in 1516 by Thomas More called Utopia, which imagined a world that was built out of concrete. So it plays with your perceptions and with what is imaginable and what is not imaginable. This is Tilt Brush by Google, and it's a virtual reality experience that allows artists and engineers and architects to step out of their norm and into a 3D world where they're able to create without boundaries.